Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are watching from. I'm That Space Doge Guy, and we are here on the That Rogue Space Doge Guy channel for another launch. We are less than 25 minutes away until Soyuz 2.18 takes flight on Roblox here. So, once again, I'm That Space Doge Guy, your commentator for today. And we are here for a Roblox launch this time. We did not really have a Roblox launch for quite a long time. So I'm just gonna take a look when the last one was, because I believe it was already the last launch was Artemis or Rotimus 1, which was absolutely way too long ago for my standards. I'm just gonna check here when the last live was. Oh no, it was actually the Shiba launch and the Endurance maiden flight. I completely forgot about those two. Yeah, so last time out we had the Shiba maiden flight, which was actually the original broadcast was on Doge Space Roblox YouTube channel. We just restreamed it on this channel, so that is not the official coverage because I was commentary on there, so I had minimum focus on this channel. But now we have fully focused, and the main live stream is also here, so that is absolutely awesome. And we are here once again for Soyuz 2.18 launch, and it prepares for the launch. You already see the towers, two towers retracted. This launch will be held in the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Playing Crazy. Yes, we will call it the game itself because it is actually Playing Crazy. And that also means that I completely self-built everything you are seeing here. In this zone of the map, basically. So the rocket, the pad, you can slightly see some part on the left, and you can see the big box on the right. That is completely self-built. The rest is of course made by the developer, but yeah, that is obviously the case because yeah, that is how it works. So we are now at the moment 22 minutes and 30 seconds until the launch. We did begin a bit I should say late, but not really. We also have mission control. This is from one of the previous flights, but this is supposed to be the remake of what is going on here in this flight. So this is 99% accurate. Just let me get that straight. 99. The 1% is the Roblox percent. So you can hear some stuff in the background as well. That is completely normal. So yeah, I hope we're not gonna have any stream breaks, because I really don't. Even though we don't really have to talk much about. So today, you probably know Soyuz 2.18, in real life the most used rocket that has ever been flown IRL. The most used, but hasn't been launched every so often. So, well, now it is, but it's probably gonna break the record by most used by SpaceX for the Falcon 9, which is probably already the case. Maybe that was already the case a long time ago. So once again, as you just saw, today's payload will be our customer Starlink Starpink 1. I believe 1.3. Yes, it is 1.3. So this will be the flight 1.3 of Starpink. There will be not a lot of Starpinks launching on this these flights. There will be such batch that you can actually have you can say you have a lot of them in orbit. Holy crap. So that's at least amazing. There's some commotion in the background that you can hear in the background there. We're just gonna continue talking here if that is no problem. We're just 20 minutes away now until the launch. Of course, we had many previous flights of all sorts of rocket launches on this channel. And the last one was actually Shiba, and the one there before was from our partners at at Endurance, I think, or Expedition Aerospace. The rocket was called Endurance, and it flew, but it did not make it all the way. It had one engine out at liftoff, and then there were more engines out, and the vehicle terminated. That was back in July, actually. Shiba was actually 8 days ago, so a week and a day ago, on 18th of August 2025, it successfully made it to orbit, which is a huge milestone for the group. So that is amazing to see from us, I guess, because we are the CEO, I'm the CEO of that, so that is absolutely insane. It perfectly flew into the low Earth orbit, configuration. Of course, we had many other flights beforehand. The most important one, I would say, so far was the Rotimus 1 flight, which launched a month ago, 15th of July 2025. And this was in multiple live streams. The first one was the 40-minute press event, pre-launch press event, and then the 8-hour pre-launch stream, and then the 2-hour launch stream. Of course, we had the moon pass by, which was a 1-hour stream. So that went completely well, and lovely that happened. So the launch was a complete success as well. It successfully made it to orbit, and yeah, that is basically what happened. So awesome launch there from the team of Rotimus 1. And then beforehand, we of course are a long planned Atlas 5 mission for MB Cargo 1. This was a mission planned for very long, and you won't believe how long, because this mission was planned a few months earlier, before it actually launched. It was supposed to launch a few months before it actually launched. I don't know why we had this delay. I think I was just bored and I didn't want to do the launch because it was such a boring launch, but I guess I still did it, and it still went successfully, so that is awesome. Because I had to do it someday, because mission is mission. And then beforehand, we also had ground mission geolocation over again. This launch was as well a much success mission. Very good of the team as well. And then before that, we had the first ever broadcast with the new GUI from the That's Row Space Doge Guide channel. That was the North Row Roblox launch Minotaur 4 with Starpink 1.2. Because if you guys are the OG here, if you guys were the OG on this channel, you could have known that before the North Row Grumman launch of Minotaur 4, we had NASA Wellums with the same rocket of the Minotaur 4 launching Nexium 1. That was still in the space program area. That was still like the space program's timeline, which was absolutely insane. I liked that timeline, but I wasn't gonna do it for very long because I already had the channel That Space Doge Guys. You may have known me, and I was completely done with the space program name. So that is now forever in the books. Nowhere to be seen again, never to be seen again, unless someone else makes it. But I'm not gonna own it, at least. So that's gonna be straight. Of course, we had many SCS flights of NASA Roblox Space Shuttle program, which is not mine. They are about to continue operations again, so we might get some first launch this month, next month. Stay tuned on this channel for that. So, and we also had so this is actually going to be the first ever launch on this channel, or overall for Soyuz 2.1A, the Roblox launch on this channel, the Roblox version, and actually the first launch ever of a Soyuz 2.1A on Roblox, from my standards, because the first ever Soyuz ever was the Soyuz 2.1B, which launched from the Vostokny Cosmodrome in Plain Crazy. So that went also as well very successfully. It was then that was in winter times, where the it was very cold and all that kind of stuff. And now we're back with normal summer weather. So it's not that much ice anymore. So it's just just what we have here. So we might get a go no go pull for T-minus 15 minutes. That could be the case. That could be what we just heard there. So yeah, everything looking good for this launch. The first Soyuz 2.1A, and there will be not many to come, I would say, but there might be many to come. We'll see, because we also have a, if I take a look at the schedule for our launches, we have so many launches planned for you guys, even including ones that couldn't be broadcasted, because, yeah, let's try to make it realistic somehow, because we have a long schedule towards. So today will be the flight in 14 minutes carrying Starpink 1.3 from the for the Soyuz 2.1A rocket from the Baikonur Cosmodrome Plane Crazy. Then on the 31st we'll have Long March 3B launch from launch site 2 in Xishan. And then the September comes along, the first launch of September, which won't be streamed because it's a military test zone, will be the military test payload, Model B rocket carrying a military test payload, launching from launch site 2, first ever launch from launch site 2, Sahara Desert. So that's going to be probably a highlight, so not live. And then after, we will have a launch that is live streamed. The Rocket Lab launch, Roblox launch, everything is Roblox that I just said, by the way. So please keep that in mind. It will be launching GPS-B. The mission name is Roblox is Back. That's pretty fun. Will be launched by the Electron rocket on launch site 1B. The first ever launch on 1B. And then after, we'll have another Long March 3B launch from launch site number 3 in Xishan. This will be on 14th July. The Electron rocket was on the 5th of July, and the military test payload on the 2nd of July. And then another, after Long March 3, we'll have on the 22nd of September, actually, not July. Did I say July? I meant September, guys. So 2 September, 5 September, 14th September, 22 September will be a launch of another Electron rocket from Pad A, not the first from Pad A, carrying, I forgot what I was, so the GPS-C, because we're going to have a lot of GPS payloads launching. And then on October, 2 launches that are officially scheduled. The rest is to be determined, because we don't really have a plan for them yet. Will be an unknown payload by a Soyuz 2.1V rocket. That is correct. The core stage version will be launching from the Plesetsk Cosmodrome in Plane Crazy, and that won't be live streamed. That is actually the same company that hosts launch in the Sahara Desert with the Model A and B rockets. Now the Model A is now extinct. It will never launch again, but the B rocket is it is a big rocket, and that is also being used by the RMA company, the Roblox military agency. So they have hold of the Soyuz 2.1B and V rocket, so basically the entire Plesetsk Cosmodrome. And they have control over the Sahara Desert. So these are the 2 big launch complexes that they have control over. So this is not going to be by Blox Cosmos like this launches, but it's going to be by the Roblox military agency or army, however you want to call it. We call it agency here because that is the actual name. So yeah, that's basically how we work there. So that is pretty interesting if y'all want to know. Yeah, of course, after that, we have a GPS-D launch. So many GPS launches, again from launch site 1B. The mission is called, it's very funny, I Can't Find My Car. That is seriously the name of the mission. And I made it, so, because almost everything you see here on this channel is made by myself.
Пуску 5 минут принял 30-й. Готовность 5 минут, пуску принял 50-й. Готовность 5 минут принял 60-й. Готовность пуску 5 минут принял 70-й. Принята готовность к пуску 5 минут. Первый.
some venting commotion going on. This is interesting. Once again, this is a fully automated control system now, so I don't know what is going to happen. So we're less than 10 minutes now away until the launch of the Soyuz 2.1A rocket from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan. Of course, this is one of 3 launch sites that are being used, or one of 2 launch sites being used by Blox Cosmos, and one of 3 launch sites used by Soyuz rockets, because of course Blessed Cosmodrome is still being held by the Republican military army agency. Ow, what the fuck? I shouldn't be swearing, guys. Give me 1 sec. I feel like I just got bitten by something and it really, really hurts. I'm just gonna see and figure out what that is in a short minute. So, once again, launch is still scheduled in 8 minutes time, which I believe is 5:40 p.m. my time, which is 3:40 p.m. UTC time. And I believe that is 7:40 p.m. Russian time. Local time. Now, we still expect to see the launch soon. Now, of course, the clock is about approximate. Because, of course, well, it is not really approximate. It's the time that the engines will ignite, maybe. Or it is the time that will launch, maybe. I have no idea. Could be time of launch. Coming up to the 7-minute mark.
Минутную готовность принял 70-й. Минутную готовность принял 70-й. Принята минутная готовность. 60-й сброс того объекта.
We're coming up to the final minutes.
Доклад 70-го принял первый. Первый, есть сброс того объекта. Космический Ан номер 2 к запуску готов.
I hear reports that we could see a plane flying soon, and this is going to be expected because of the plane trajectory, probably some video of it, but that is highly uncertain.
Ключ на старт. Есть ключ на старт, 30.
There's that plane that I was just talking about. We're now T-minus 5.5 minutes, kind of.
Продувка. Есть продувка, 30. Есть кладовка 70-й. Доклады принял, первый.
That plane should be going away now as the launch window is gonna open in a few minutes from now. Gaan we nu eten? Oh.
Ik moet eens het borden kijken. Midden. Er is nodig. Switchen.
Nee, ik ben live.
Oeps.
3 minutes, 30 seconds. Liftoff is quite imminent because when the launch window opens, they can launch anytime they want if the rocket's conditions are absolutely perfect. Now, of course, Roblox, anything can happen pretty much, right? So let's actually go and listen into mission control more. You might get jump scared in a few seconds.
Ja.
Доклады руководителя работ принял, первый.
Okay. 2 minutes, 30 seconds. We are getting pretty close now to the liftoff.
Надув.
2 minutes.
Есть надув 70-й.
320.
Есть рост давления. Горючего на входе в двигатель 70-й. Есть ключи надув. Прошлого системы измерения. Есть готовность 2 70-й. Доклады руководителя работ принял, первый.
We are now 1 minute away.
Земля борт.
45 seconds.
Есть переход блока И на бортовое питание 30-й. Есть гидроголовка, есть мачта. Есть мачта 20-й. Есть отрыв холодный мимо колонок блока И 70-й. Доклады принял первый. Пуск. Зажигание.
Here we go, liftoff imminent.
Предварительно. Промежуточно. Главное. Подъем. Подъем. Боковых блоков.
plus 50 seconds into the flight. Everything is looking absolutely perfectly fine. The flight is going as expected. Coming up to T plus 1 minute into the flight.
Тангаж, рысканье, вращение в норме. Полет нормальный.
Everything is going nominally.
Параметры системы управления ракеты-носителя в норме. 90. Двигатели первой и второй ступени работают нормально. 100. Параметры конструкции ракеты-носителя в норме.
10 seconds until the booster separates. We already see some kind of shutdown now. Well, that's some kind of launch that went successfully. At the moment we're now T plus 2 minutes and 28 seconds. Things are looking perfectly fine there. At least from what we're seeing, everything is looking good.
Параметры системы управления ракеты-носителя в норме. 180. Стабилизация изделия устойчивая. 190. Параметры конструкции ракеты-носителя в норме. 200. Двигатель второй ступени работает нормально. 210. Параметры системы управления ракеты-носителя в норме. 220. Полет нормальный. Время КП 20 часов 13 минут 10 секунд 294 миллисекунды. 230. Стабилизация изделия устойчивая. 240. Двигатель второй ступени работает нормально. 250. Тангаж, рысканье, вращение в норме. 260. Параметры конструкции ракеты-носителя в норме. 270.
Okay, so we're just going back to the launch here. And now we're seeing an animation feed of what it's supposed to be looking like. I can tell you from right here, standing here, everything is absolutely looking perfectly fine. And we can see that now. Hot staging. Now the animation is not really accurate. So T plus 5 minutes of launch.
Параметры конструкции ракеты-носителя в норме. 330. Двигатель третьей ступени работает нормально. 340. Параметры системы управления в норме. 210. Полет нормальный.
Now, probably not gonna get any more animation than this, so probably gonna rely on what we're seeing.
Танго скрыт.
So this is the first stage view that is already separated.
Параметры конструкции ракеты-носителя.
And there's second stage, but that isn't really the most accurate thing in the world.
Двигатель третьей ступени
We
работает.
can see the views are slowly deforming, so we're not gonna get any more than this.
Параметры системы управления ракеты-носителя в норме. Стабилизация изделия устойчивая. Полет нормальный.
There we go.
Прошло включение второй ступени наддува баков третьей ступени. Параметры системы управления ракеты-носителя в норме. 440. Двигатель третьей ступени работает нормально.
Well, that's probably all we can get for today's launch. It was an awesome launch. We saw successful flight of the launch vehicle here. So we can conclude that the first steps of the launch have been completed. Now, this launch will be set in different milestones throughout the countdown. So basically, the separation will be there will be a third stage ignition again. Well, there won't be a third stage ignition again. The payload will be separating soon, but Starpink is very different than Starlink. You can basically for Starpink, you need to remind yourself it's like OneWeb. The satellite deployments are like OneWeb. So they're small satellites and they deploy each, and the mission goes throughout an hour. So each set is separated in a lot of times. Yeah, cut in many different times, I would say, is the best thing that's to explain it. So we're gonna cut off after we're just gonna cut off the mission now soon, because we're not gonna get any more views than this. We apologize for that. Of course, the animation isn't really accurate as well. Like I said, this is from the last Russian mission, or the last Roscosmos mission. So we're probably gonna cut off the live feed here. So just saying that now, we will get payload separation soon. So I hopefully can get confirmation of that. So here we get to see cutoff now. There we go, cutoff. And the payload has separated.
Выключение двигателя третьей ступени. Есть отделение космического аппарата. Космический аппарат Бион М номер 2.
Alright, so that will conclude our coverage here. Thank you once again so much for watching today's live stream. We just saw a successful launch of the Starpink 1.4 or 1.3 launch launched by a Soyuz 2.1A rocket. So that is a complete success now. The launch has been successfully achieved. Now, like I said, the payloads will be deployed in different sets and different hours, so that will be cut in different hours. So we're not gonna have any live views of that either. So we're just probably gonna end the coverage here. But once again, of course, thank you guys so much for watching the live stream. It was a pleasure to have you guys on the stream. But we are going to conclude it here now. So we would like to see you on the Long March 3B Roblox launch. And if you're interested in real launch coverage, which is going to be happening in just a few hours from now, And as well tonight, you can head out to the channel That Space Doge Guy for actual rocket launch from my commentary most of the time. Well, of course, we have other commentators as well, but if you're very interested in that, go there. And for the next Roblox launch, that will be a Longer 3B. So, once again, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you later.